Well, good afternoon and a very warm welcome indeed. Great pleasure to be with you on a Monday afternoon. I've got a big announcement for you because I'm going to give you something very special indeed today. A special treat from me to you on something I've created. It's like a work of art, and I'm going to give you free membership of it, absolutely free of charge. And I'll tell you all about it in 1 minute. I'm just going to check something. A bit of information has just come through to me there about a horse running tomorrow. Now, let me tell you where we are with this right now. We're on a Monday afternoon and we're previewing Tuesday's action. I've just done a video, no word of a lie. I never lie on this channel, right? I never lie anyway, but I never lie on this channel. I've just done a video and it took me 19 minutes. And then right at the end, the computer crashed. And I've got to do this again now. Now, if I mess up now, it's my own fault, isn't it? Because whether you're Johnny Depp or Charlton Heston or Robert Wagner or whoever else you are, shows how old I am talking about those people, or Rocky Stallone, Sylvester Stallone. This is about getting this right now. I've got one take to do it before the computer blows up. Well, not quite, but I might blow up after 20 minutes of doing a message and then not getting it right just at the end and the computer malfunctioned. So I've had a glass of Diet Pepsi. I'm ready to go and I'm going to tell you what I've got. So let's just slow things down a tad because this could run away very fast like a snowball down a hill or like a mountain avalanche. It really could. So I'm going to pull the reins in and let's just take a time on this. First things first, I've got a free club for you to join, free. And on that club, you're going to find some amazing things, including a 12-1 bet at Dundalk tomorrow, free of charge. All right. And it's one I'd dearly love to win because it would start the club off perfect, wouldn't it? It's called my 500 club, Peter's 500 club. I'm limited it to 500 people. Now, you might say, well, that's ridiculous. You'll never get 500 people. Before we go any further, I will get 500 people. I'll probably get 2,000 people, but I'm limited because there's a whole host of people calling this line and viewing this line daily now. It's trending. Google are working hard with it. Lots of winners. You know the winners last week. You know the winners. You know them. They're in the video vote. You don't need me to go on again for another 3 minutes. They're all in there. 180 to 1, 33 to 1, 25 to 1, 5 to 1 on Saturday night. Oh, by the way, JP McManus, that horse on Saturday night, which won by 7 lengths with Mark Walsh. There's a horse, I'm just looking at the betting slip I've got here with its name on. It's called A Great View. Now, I tipped it last night to you, A Great View. And I'm just reminding you, don't miss that one. The money's come for it big time. And when the money comes for them, I usually double my bet and don't miss it. It's been backed from 6 to 1, a bit more actually, down to 7 to 2 at the moment. It's called A Great View, A Great View. So it's not a new bet. It's from last night, but I just wanted to reiterate that. All the rest of the horses I'm not going to go on about because they're all on the previous video. But because the money's come for it, I'm just telling you I'm doubling my bet on that. And I tell you to always do that. And I told you to do it on Saturday with that Mika Micah one. I could never get that horse name right. Absolutely bolted him with 7 lengths, didn't it? If you watched it, Mika Micah, something like that. Anyway, basically a great view tonight. The race, I'm just looking at 7:20 at Ballinrobe. I don't know about you, but my memory is absolutely dreadful. And I've got nothing to help me here. There's just a few names, crib sheets. Look, I'm showing you what I've got. Look there, that's it. Just them writing there. It's like hieroglyphics. It is hieroglyphics because I was out and about. I phoned my partner, my girlfriend, my love of my life. I phoned her up. I said, "Could you tell me what I've left on the table in my office here at the kitchen table?" And she looked at it and she says, "I can't read it. I can't read a thing. I had no idea what you've written." So in the end, she had to take a photo of it and send me on Messenger the paper. And of course, like any good doctor, I would understand what I've wrote, wouldn't I? I'm not a doctor, but essentially I could read my own writing, but I would be the only person who could. So I've got now the sheet of paper in front of me, but even I struggled to read it and had to write it out again. So it's getting worse by the minute, isn't it? This video is getting a bit long as well. We better press on. Right, let me tell you what I've got for you. I've got 3 cracking bets lined up for Tuesday. One of them is at the meeting at Dundalk, which is the most profitable meeting for me out of all the tracks. I don't know how many there is, 67, 77 in the UK. Well, Dundalk has made me a mint. It really has. Not just by selling tips or anything. I'm on about by betting horses, betting big winners. And Dundalk's been wonderful to me. And all my members will tell you that, have been with me several years. Dundalk's been a happy hunting ground, fantastic. It really is. The conditions are always the same. You know, it's like a dog track, really, in many words. You know, it's limited to how many runners there are, and it just works for me. And of course, I've got Irish racing stitched up. Not every bet can win, but more do than don't. And 50% of my horses either win or place at 10 to 1 and above. And that's more than enough to make a handsome profit. It really is more than enough to make a handsome profit, as you've been witnessing in the last week. I'll talk more about a few things in a minute, but I haven't got that long, so I need to press on because, and someone's wrote in as well to say, could I repeat the times of the race? Could I get ahead of myself and I move on to the next race before I've ended the preview for the last. So I preview something, but I've not finished the preview and I move on to the next one. But that's me all over. So it's all a bit helter-skelter. I'm surrounded by paper, surrounded by everything here, betting slips, Diet Pepsi, money, tissues, everything. Right, in the meantime, let's go. Oh, I've got two other horses I want to tell you about at Newcastle. One's trained by a very good friend of mine, Richard Fahey, who trained Sir Sanjovic for me, and the other one's not trained by him, but it's on a horse about 8 to 1, which I think's got a great chance. No, I know it's got a great chance. It's visored for the first time. It's running on the all-weather at Newcastle. All my horses are on the all-weather tomorrow, so we don't have to worry about the rain which has come. We don't have to worry about the sleet. We don't have to worry about the sun. We don't have to worry about anything. We just need to pick the right horses. And I'm pretty excited about these horses tomorrow. So I've got two at Newcastle and one at Dundalk. I'll give you this Dundalk one first. Let's get this out of the way. But also, I need to tell you about something exceptionally strong running at Dundalk, which is not on my Telegram, although I've got a 12 to 1 bet on there for you free and £500 worth of membership because it's called my 500 Club. If you like your Telegram, come to me, because I'm going to show you the way, like a big flaming torch right in front of you. All about that in a moment, but I do have to press on. Let's go straight to Dundalk for the first bet of the day, first free bet of the day. This is free, and it's down to Larkin, it's down to nothing. It's Freeman's Gratis, whatever you want to call it. Number one, it's called Harry's Bar, trained by Adrian McGuinness and ridden by CJ McRedmond. I won't tell you too much about it, other than say it's running in a real ordinary handicap, which is going to be run at a very lickety-split fast pace. That's the key to Harry's Bar. It needs a fast pace. It didn't get it last time up when third of six. And I think this horse is ready. That was at Dundalk as well. This horse is ready to win. It's been dropped £2 for that run. It steps up in trip to 6 furlongs. It'll do for me. Should be around about 5 to 1. I'm hopeful. There's 13 runners go to post. The book is usually back. Well, they lay on first 4 places often in them 13 horse races at Dundalk. You'll have to shop around for that yourself. I'm going each way anyway. Number one, Harry's Bar. It's only 5 to 1, I think. I don't know, but I think 5 to 1 would be the right price. It might be bigger, but I'll be very surprised if it doesn't connect in the first 3. All right, Harry Bar. That's your first bet of the day in the 210 at Dundalk. Quite a lot to get through, including these two other bets at Newcastle. Just before I do, Emerald Bet tomorrow is at Dundalk. There is an Emerald Bet at Dundalk tomorrow. There wasn't one today. There was one on Sunday, which I'll mention to you in a moment, on a horse which made a noise and had to be pulled back. And, well, it had to be pulled up in the end because it wasn't right. The horse wasn't right and had to be pulled up towards the rear of the field and just brought home in his own time. There's nothing more important than the horse's health, and that horse was stopped to a walk because it wasn't right. And there's nothing anyone can do when that happens. You just have to. It's like falling up the last in a 2-horse race and you're miles clear. We've all had it happen. There's nothing you can do about that. And the horse's welfare is more important than anything. And I don't ride them. I don't train them. I just pick them, and that's what I do best. And if horses are not right, they have to be stopped and pulled up. Not stopped, they have to be pulled up. Anyway, in the meantime, we need to press on. 2 horses are coming to Newcastle, but this horse at Dundalk tomorrow, if you want it, price of it, I'm not sure. I think 7 or 8 to 1, maybe 10s. I think it's got I know it's got an amazing chance. Right? And whatever happens on that line, I want you to listen to me now. Whatever happens, and you've seen how many winners you're back on this line, and they're all free of charge. Whatever happens on this line, the Emerald line will make more money, right, for you and for me. And the reason is because I want it to, right? It's not haphazard how these winners are going out when I'm putting them. It's not, oh, that was lucky, wasn't it? No, it's not lucky. You don't back 10 to 1 winners, which are lucky, backed into 7 to 2, which win by 5 lengths, and 18 to 1s into 15 to 2. You know, when I tell you they're going to win, they generally don't go far away. But I put them on there because I wanted you to have them. I wanted to give them you free because I want you to be impressed. I want you to see what's going on here. So I want to build the channel. So I've got to balance it, haven't I? So I'm putting the strongest possible bets on here, but occasionally I have extra bets which are even stronger. And they are the Emerald bets, you see. That's how it works. It's I'm the dealer. I'm the dealer. I deal these cards. I've got 3 bets for you today. Harry's Bar, you had 1. I think it'll win. I really like it. And these 2 at Newcastle, I think they've got amazing chances. But the one I've got on the Emerald, 7 or 8 to 1, could be 10s, whatever it is, I think is stronger than those 3, right? Because I want it to win, because you're buying it. You're paying for that. So I'm going to give you the best, aren't I? If you're paying for something, I'm going to give you my prime advice. My prime advice, which means the best. It's the fillet steak, isn't it? Chateaubriand. It's the best. Now, whether it does the business over a period of time, yes, it will outperform anything else I have. And the reason is because I want it to. So it's where my focus is, and it's where I'm placing the bets, is where the money is. I'm the money horse, I'm the dealer, I'm the ringmaster. I put the best bets where I make money, all right? Now, you might not like that or might like it, but it's common sense, isn't it? I don't do this for my health. I've been doing it for 40 odd years. I have to get you to win, and then I have to give you something special so I win, all right? So we know what we're doing here. We're working 1-to-1. All right, that's how it works. If you don't like it, stick on the free line. You'll back plenty of winners, but you won't get those emeralds. You really won't, because they are my jewels and they are my bets that I back really heavy personally and I give to my prime customers. All right, and that's how it works. And not everyone will win, but a lot of them will win. And when they win, they banged in at big prices, like 40 to 1 it would have been yesterday. Well, not everyone can win. You don't need them all to win. The key is you're on the right one, and over a period of time, you absolutely mop up big time. All right. So the Emerald bet is £10. It's always £10, and that's it. You don't have to put me £10 on, £20 on. You don't do that. This is just £10 for the advice. If you want it, you know what you've got to do. You've got to pay the £10 to the bank listed below, and then you've got to email the email below, which is all listed, petersracingtips@gmail.com. You know, that's what it's all about. Over a period of time, my job is to make as much money for me as I can. And the only way I can do that is to make you win even more. All right? So that's where we are. You have got to win plenty for me to get paid. If you want the Emerald bet, you know where it is. I think it'll do the business tomorrow at Dundalk. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. I couldn't be more happy that it's going to run an absolute amazing race. And if you want, it's just a cock and a tenner. Right, let's go to Newcastle for the second bet of the day of these 3 horses. Remember, these are bets for Thursday, and these are bets on horses that I'm sweet on indeed, and have got really, really good chances. Bit of movement behind me there. I've got a dog called Molly. A lot of older clients will know Molly, but she's just moving about because she sees my voice and the voice vibrations getting a little bit more intensified, and she's not comfortable with that. She doesn't like, she thinks I'm upset, but I'm not upset. I'm really happy. But Molly's on the move. Molly's on the move. The hair's running. Right, let's talk 7 o'clock, shall we? Come on. And then I'll talk to you about this 8 o'clock on an 8 to 1 chance. But I must tell you about the Telegram, because that's the license to print money and to educate yourself big time. Number 2, Classy Clarets in the 7 o'clock at Newcastle. Number 2, Classy Clarets in the 7 o'clock at Newcastle. I'll say it once more. Number 2, Classy Clarets, 7 o'clock at Newcastle, each way. That's the second bet of the day. Trained by my good friend Richard Fire, who used to train a horse for me called Sir Sandrovich. And great fella, Richard, love him. And I've known him a long time. And he can train a racehorse, that's for sure. This horse has got a great chance running off a mark of 70. It's in a 0 to 70 nursery, and I think Classic Clarets are going to take the world of beating, ridden by Uisin Orr. Okay, that's your second bet of the day. I've had to steamroller over that a little bit because we're running a tiny bit behind time, and I don't want to get this cut off again, whatever happens. So the third bet's coming up in just one moment, and that'll be Harry's Bar, Classic Clarets, and this third one. Now, just before I do, if you want the Telegram to be a part of this wonderful club, You get 8 o'clock in the morning, you get a bulletin from me. Free bets. There is a free bet on there now, which is a 12-to-1 bet for Dundalk tomorrow. That's going to be released on there. You'll get that free if you're one of the 500. It is free to join, usually £500, but it's free to you. I've got 2,500 people dialing in on this video every day. 2,500, nearly 3,000 actually. So to 500, it's only about 16 or 20%. So places will go. Telegram, you click on the Telegram link if you've got Telegram. If you haven't, you need to download Telegram. You get late information, you'll get Irish dark horses, anti-post bets, you'll get staking plans, video editorials from me, educating you on all sorts of things without talking down to you, just telling you what I've got in my mind and how it all works. And you get me. You get me on there. You get me on here, but it's limited to one message a day. On the Telegram, I'm with you throughout the day, and I'm very close to you, that's for sure. And if there's anything exciting, you will be the first to know on that line. It's called the 500 Club, all right? Peter's 500 Club. The link is below. Just click it and you'll go straight in, and there'll be a welcoming message from myself. And I'll be releasing the Dundalk bet 12-to-1 for tomorrow very, very shortly indeed. But you need to get in and get yourselves on board because it is capped at 500. The Emerald bet is not that bet, all right? I think that Telegram bet will win. I do like it a lot. And each way first four, it looks absolutely cast iron, right? But the Emerald bet, I'll say it once again, for the last time, the Emerald bet are my strongest. So if you have them all together, you've got yourself free on the main line, an Emerald bet, and you've got a 12-to-1 bet, you've got a lucky 31 if you want it. Get that Telegram loaded, get it sorted, There's only 500 places and there's nearly 3,000 viewers. So you don't have to be Einstein a go-go to know that places are going to go fast and furious, that's for sure. The final bet I'm going to tell you about before I leave you and get this loaded, because I don't want to mess up again, that's for sure. That'd be sickening, wouldn't it? Is at Newcastle. It's in the 8 o'clock. It's number 8. And the horse is called Duke of Winborne. Now, this one's trained by Nigel Tinkler. It's visored for the first time, and that possibly will make the difference. I like it a lot. It's number 8, Duke of Winborne. It's ridden by Rowan Scott. Off a mark of 59, it's dropped significantly in the weights, but it's running in the all-weather, and I think that'll be the making of it. I do like it a lot. I'll repeat it again. Number 8. Duke of Winburn, not Duke of Earl or Dukes of Hazzard, Duke of Winburn in the 8 o'clock at Newcastle. So you got Duke of Winburn, 8 o'clock. Classy Clarets, I can't read my writing, I told you. Classy Clarets in the 7 o'clock. Good price ones, about 7 and 8 to 1, them two, nice. About 66 to 1 the double. And of course, you've got that first one, Harry's Bar, to get them down you after the 210. I think that'll win. I like it a lot, Harry's Bar, I really do. I really, really do like that. I like my Emerald bet. I'm all over it like a rash. I'll be devastated if it don't collect. I'm on it myself big time, I can assure you that. And I also like the bet on the Telegram Club. So get yourselves click on that Telegram. If you're in Telegram, click on it and go straight to the treasure trove, because that's what it is. You're going to get me with you all day on that line, which costs you nothing at all. And I'm looking for 500 people who want to be with me free of charge. It's usually 500 quid. It's absolutely zilch. But if you haven't got Telegram, you need to download it. Don't keep pressing it, because you can't get in. You can only get in if you're in Telegram already. So you have to download it on your app and all that palaver. Right, that's it. Stay bright. Right, here we go. Emerald Club tomorrow. Ding dong do. I think that'll win. You've got the fantastic threesome of bets here. Don't miss them. Them three I've just told you about. Duke of Winborne, Classic Carrots, and Harry's Bar. And don't forget, for goodness sake, to be a part of the 500 Club. And don't forget that one tonight. A great view. I'm looking at my betting slip. A great view in the 7:20 at Ballinrobe. The money's on. Good luck. See you at 6 tomorrow. Or I'll see you before that on the Telegram.